And now call it split, cause I know that you will. Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go and nobody knows.
The Flying Witch. It's like this little manga and I'm really excited about trying to read this. I'd like to read the whole thing in one day just so that I can like have a single book down for the challenge. It'll make me feel better because tomorrow's a little bit more of a busy day for me than today. So I'd really like to do this.
Good afternoon. Today is the day that I am determined not to suck at this readathon, and I know you guys are all gonna say you're not sucking, you're doing amazing, and I feel like I'm doing okay, you know, like I'm not bringing you the most exciting content, I'm not reading that much, obviously life stuff. I work full-time, I run a business on the side and a YouTube channel, obviously, like just life stuff, which is why it's difficult, but today I don't have anything planned apart from candle making. When I left you yesterday, after the whole kerfuffle that was yesterday, I did say that I would be making candles today because I didn't have time to do that yesterday, but that is the only thing that I am obligated to do this evening. So we are on around 4:30 now. Also, when I left you last night, I had just finished a book, so I had nothing that I was currently reading. I have picked up something today, so I will show you what that is now, I guess. So currently at this point in the readathon we have read 2 books and we are on day 4. Obviously that's not ideal, we should be on 4 books by day 4, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I have already picked up a book today, and the book I have picked up is Club Dead by Charlene Harris. This one is to fulfill the prompt to read a book with a non-human main character, and this one is also on my Bookopoly TBR, and for Bookopoly it fulfills the prompt to read a paranormal or magical realism book, and I do believe that this is also on my Book Junkie Trials TBR. And for that I think it's the romance one. Is that the Empty Barrel Inn? No. Dwarf Mount? I think it's the romance one for the Book Junkie Trials as well. If you don't know, this is the 3rd book in the Sookie Stackhouse series, which is a paranormal romance series that follows a girl called Sookie who works in a bar in this alternate reality, I guess, because it is like pretty realistic paranormal. Why am I doing this? You know what paranormal books are. I don't need to mansplain that to you. But in this world, vampires are out of the coffin. People know that they exist and live alongside them. Obviously relations are a little bit fraught because vampires were a thing of law. They were the monsters under the bed until it turned out that they were actually real. Sookie is a telepath. She can read people's minds, and one day a vampire walks into the bar where she works and she can't read his mind, and that makes him extremely attractive to her, and she is extremely attractive to him because she is almost human, because vampires don't tend to have relationships with each other. So she is human, but she's also not human. So she's more resilient than a normal human, but she isn't a vampire. So it's paranormal romance. You know where that goes. This is the 3rd book in the series. I am currently 106 pages into this, so I'm like 1/3 of the way through. I've had a tumultuous relationship with this series. I didn't love the 1st book. I did enjoy the 2nd book, and then I have been told by you guys that this is where the series gets good, and I'm not sure. Somebody has told me that one of these books, either 3 or 4, contains the best shower sex scene that they've ever read, and I don't know which one it is. I think it could have been 3, and then everyone says that book 4 is the best in the series. So I have learned not to take these books too seriously. There are conveniences. Sookie is like a serious dumb bitch, and I don't think it's the best written thing I will ever, it's definitely not the best written thing that I will ever read, but it's fun, it's quick. I've obviously read 100 pages in such a short period of time, so I can fly through them, and they are mildly entertaining. The 2nd book did not contain a lot of smut, and I did quite enjoy the smut aspects of the 1st one, but so far in the 3rd book, Sookie is thirsty as hell, so maybe we'll get a little bit more smut in this one. So like I said, I'm already 100 pages into this one. It has 275 pages. I could finish this today. I don't think I'm going to, but if I really put my mind to it, I could finish this today, and I may still, but it's not necessarily my intention right now. Yesterday I also told you that I was thinking about making a substitution to my TBR, and the reason for that is that on my Reading Rush TBR I have 2 volumes of the manga series Children of the Whales, but I kind of don't want to blast through them because manga is expensive to buy and I only have those 2 volumes left that I haven't read that I own. So I am still going to be reading Children of the Whales volume 4. I think I'm going to read that for the challenge to read and watch a book to movie adaptation, and that is the prompt that volume 5 was originally in for, and volume 4 was in for the prompt to read a book, all in the same spot. And I am going to swap that out for the Umbrella Academy Dallas, which is volume 2 of the Umbrella Academy graphic novel series. So I am making that substitution, and my plan for tonight is to get to page 150 of this at least. So I want to read 50 more pages of this, and then I want to finish this one. I promised at the end of last week's vlog that I would be finishing an entire book today to knock another one off, and I'm hoping it's going to be this one. As far as graphic novel volumes go, these ones are quite thick, but it is still a graphic novel volume. One of the gripes that I had with this, because I have seen the Netflix show, is that the Netflix show really goes into the characters, and I feel like while there is a really good plot in there, a lot of the draw of the show is the characters and the cinematography, where the graphic novel series is definitely more a superhero-esque graphic novel series, and it is very action-based. So while it may be thick, a lot of action scenes don't have a lot of dialogue, so I shouldn't have a problem, in theory, reading all of this today. So those are my plans for the evening as far as reading goes. Right now I'm gonna go put dinner in. It is gonna be a good hour because I'm making chicken, and while that is cooking I am going to get those candles made that I need to make, and then I think after dinner and after I've done the dishes I will start editing this vlog, just so it doesn't end up like last night where I'm like hurrying to finish a book and then like hurrying to edit the video. I'll just edit throughout the evening because it is a lot easier. So I'm gonna go get some stuff done so that I can dive into my books as soon as possible, and I will check in with you guys when I am reading or when I have finished Umbrella Academy or something. I don't know, I've got a very late start to this vlog and it feels weird because I don't know what my schedule for today is going to be, but we'll see.
Dressed in black, head to toe, guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no. Building up speed as we're approaching the hill. Oh, my hair smells like chocolate.
Hey guys, so we're now going on for 7 p.m. I have got everything done that I had to do while I have food on my face too. Keeping it classy. So everything that I had to do is done. I've just done the dishes and had dinner, etc. It is, I've just said, haven't I, that it's, yeah, it's 7 p.m. So I am now on my bed and I am ready to tackle the challenge to read a book in the same spot. I am going to be editing. I'm going to be doing my usual read a chapter, edit a bit kind of thing. So I'm gonna have to go get my laptop because I normally edit over on the sofa, but I don't want it to get really late and then want to finish out the Umbrella Academy and have to sit over there instead of being comfortable in bed. So I'll just bring my laptop over here and edit over here instead of over there, and then I can guarantee that I will finish this in the right spot. So for those of you that don't know, The Umbrella Academy is by Gerard Way and Gabriel Barr, Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance. They made a Netflix show of this graphic novel and it follows a group of superheroes. They're people with superhero type powers. They're all in their 30s now, but when they were born, they were adopted, well, they were kind of bought by this billionaire inventor called Reginald Hargreaves, who noticed that all these children born on the same day had some anomalies. So he took them, he studied them, he trained them in their superpowers and made them into a childhood childhood band of superheroes. Many years have passed since then, however, they've all gone their separate ways. They all resent their childhood and their adoptive father. They have had to come back together at their childhood home, the Umbrella Academy, because Reginald Hargreaves has died, so they are reassembled for the funeral. Now, the TV show does follow volume 1, although, like I said earlier, the show, I feel, does a better job with this story. Not only in the fact that the characters are a lot better than in the graphic novel, but the plot makes a lot more sense in the show because it's a lot more well developed. This is volume 2. I don't know what to expect from it. I didn't love volume 1, but I did already have volume 2. So we'll see how I feel about this because I'm not entirely sure. But I do plan on finishing it today, so by the end of this video you should know my thoughts and feelings. But I'm gonna go now. I have a cup of tea, gonna grab my laptop, import my footage and start volume 2 of the Umbrella Academy. Hey, I'm back because I keep forgetting to say, and I keep saying that I'm gonna do it in my next update and then I never do. But a lot of you guys were asking about Rosie and how Rosie was after Monday when she pooed explosively all over me. Rosie is fine now. She is back to normal. She's a little bit like slumpy because of the heat. It's not as hot as it has been. It's cooler than it was yesterday, but it's still a little bit warm, especially for the animals. So yeah, Rosie's fine, no worries. I'm guessing she had a sore tummy or she's been out in the garden a lot, so she may have been eating strange insects because meerkats do that. So who knows? She used to eat a lot of slugs, which was fucking disgusting. So yeah, she might have just eaten something funny in the garden, but she's all good now. No worries, she's not well. So we've had a little bit of a change of plans. On a whim, I've decided that I'm going to take the dog out because, as you can see, the sun has gone in now, so I can actually take her out. I haven't taken her out all week because it's been too hot. I mean, it is still 21 degrees, but it's like really breezy now and we have no sun. So when I take the dog out, I go on the bike, I cycle, she runs, so I can't take her out when it's really hot because she'll overheat really quickly. But it's gonna go dark in about an hour or an hour and 30 minutes, so I thought I would take a break in my reading and editing to take her out because she likes going for a run. So I'm gonna go do that and then I will be back to my reading and editing when I return. Good evening. So I just finished The Umbrella Academy Dallas by Gerard Way and Gabriel Barr. I enjoyed this more than the first one because I felt the plot made sense more. And I gave this one 4 stars. So I touched upon briefly why I didn't like the first one so much and why I felt the show developed the story a lot better than the comic did. Now, the way that the show handled this storyline is that the overarching plot of the show is volume 1 of the comic, but this volume contains a lot of character backstory, but the plotline of this one is also in the show, but in the show they've used it for different characters' backstory. So all of the stuff in here does happen in the show, but the way that the creators of the show used it is to develop the backstory of the characters and flesh out the plot. So I still prefer the show, probably because I watched it first before I read the graphic novels, and also just because it's a really good show and I would highly recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. But I'm pleasantly surprised by how much I like this. I know that Gerard Way is reviving this comic series and I think that the next volume is out next month. I wasn't in any hurry to carry on with this series, but now that I've read this, I'm a little bit more optimistic about the 3rd installment. Still not going to rush out and buy it or pre-order it or anything because I'm not that invested, but I definitely feel a lot better about the series after reading this one because this one had a lot more aspects of what I love about the characters that I saw in the show than the first one did. So I'm done with this, which leaves me at 3 books completed in 4 days, and this one fulfilled the prompt to read a book all in one spot. I can't find my Book Junkie trials sheet, so I can't see if I can squeeze that in for any of the challenges that I had left. I could go onto the Twitter link and see if I can remember off the top of my head what I have in for each prompt, but I don't think I can. But that's a reading rush prompt done anyway, and the most awkward one, to read a book all in one spot. So now I'm free to read whatever I want. So I'm going to be wrapping this vlog up here. I don't know if I told you, it's like 10:30. I haven't picked this up again yet today, but my plan for the evening after I've wrapped up this vlog is to edit it. I have edited pretty much everything up until this clip is going in, and then I need to do the thumbnail. So I'm going to edit all of that, and then I might look at some paperwork I have to do, which I really don't want to be doing at this time, but I've just been too busy, and essentially the quicker I do that paperwork the better. But I'm just putting other things before it, which like is fair but also not fair at the same time. Like I should be prioritizing that. My battery is flashing red, so I'm just gonna switch it out quickly because we need to do my small Booktuber Shoutout. So I don't actually think I got to the point of what I was saying because I was rudely interrupted by my camera battery, but my plan is to get all this video sorted. I do want to look at that paperwork, but then if I have time, which I don't know if I will because I kind of want an early night, I will read some more of this, but if not, this will probably be my priority for tomorrow, and I may read Children of the Whales Volume 4 tomorrow. See, I feel like I'm doing all right in this readathon, but I have a 400 and something page Sarah J Maas book left to read, and Orange Volume 2. I'm doing all right, but I'm reading all my shortest books first, and at the weekend I'm gonna be wading through tomes. So we'll see how I do with that in the following days. But for today's small Booktuber Shoutout, let me rest my arm before it falls off. So today's small booktuber is somebody who I absolutely adore, and I'm not even being dramatic. I love this girl's channel so much. I love everything about her, and I love everything about her channel. Enough with the unnecessary suspense. Today's small booktuber is the wonderful, the beautiful, the talented Lexi from Alexandra Rosalind. I do not understand why her channel does not have heaps more subscribers, because aesthetically her videos are beautiful. She has a beautiful house, and no matter where she films in her house, it looks amazing. She has such good taste, and obviously she has an eye for like interior design. She is physically stunning herself. She's funny. She's also I don't want to say quirky because like that's a manic pixie dream girl kind of word. She's goofy, that's what I want to say. She's goofy, and I love her personalities. Her vlogs are great. She is daily vlogging the Reading Rush as well, so if by any chance you need any more daily vlogs to watch, I would recommend watching Lexi's. They are shorter ones as well. They're not super long, so it's not like I'm recommending that you watch a feature film every day. As for her reading tastes, she reads a few popular books. She's currently really loving Red, White and Royal Blue. She's reading that for the Reading Rush. She loves middle grade. I get a lot of great middle grade recommendations from Lexi. I mean, I know I don't read a lot of middle grade, but she definitely puts some on my radar. So if that is something that you need more of, then I would also recommend checking out Lexi. But honestly, she is just an outstanding human, and her channel has all of the ingredients to be ridiculously popular. So I definitely feel like she needs a whole ton more people to go and show her some love, because she definitely deserves it. Her editing as well is great. I would recommend watching her Book Junkie Trials TBR. Her editing, like, I can't even describe it. She has like CGI dragons. She breathed fire in that video. She breathed fire. I need to stop gushing, but I do absolutely adore her, and I adore her channel, so I would very much appreciate it if you could go and check her out and show her some love. But that is it for today's reading vlog. Actually wrapping up at a decent time, which I'm very happy about. I know I was going to have a bit more of a chill day today. Tomorrow the plan is, well, I don't really have one. I'm going to the gym in the evening. Hold me to that. Please hold me to that, because I know I probably won't, but I'm going to the gym and I will be focusing most of my attention on this, and maybe trying to read a manga as well. So that is it for Thursday. Please let me know how your reading rush is going, and I will see you guys tomorrow again. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.